12 days, the Vermont 100. Just wrapped up another 10 here up at the Great Blue Hills, the Great Blue Hill driveway. 10 miles, 5 up and down, 400 feet each time up. So that's what is it? 4,400, 2,200 feet of elevation gained. So that's good. Or whatever, 2,000 feet of elevation gained, because I found that I looked at one of my devices thought it was 440 and the other one thinks it's 400. So I have been going with the 400. Anyway, very sweaty. Very, 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 very sweaty. Again. Oh my gosh. My sock liners are rolling up inside my shoes again. But yeah. Gonna just keep doing this, trying to get more specific while doing my tapering, meaning the specificity is for hills up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, because that's what Vermont is. There's no flat at all. It's just up and down, up and down, up and down, according to what I can find out about it. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm just going up and down, up and down, up and down, and trying to get some sweat on. We're now 12 days out, and my app on my phone goes 14 days out. Obviously, it's not going to be terribly accurate 14 days out, but it is showing right now 85 degrees in Boston that day, and 73 or something the day before and after. So that bodes well. So that would be nice if that holds out, because it'll be probably 5 degrees cooler up there. Also, I just realized I've never said here that I am going to be up in that neck of the woods actually this weekend, so the weekend before the race, because my good friend invites us all up there, us meaning me and all of our other buddies up there, to his family cabin thing in the mountains right near there. So it's on the New Hampshire side of the Connecticut River, but it's in the same general geographical area with similar hills and roads, dirt roads. So that's kind of exciting. So I'm going to go up there a little bit early on Friday if I can, and I'm going to go drive over to the start area and drop in there real quick first. It's probably going to add 2 hours to my day driving up there, but it's fine. I'm going to go check it out and see, I don't know, just to get my head wrapped around and see what it looks like. So yeah, just trying to, work on my fueling plan, work on my hydration plan. I've been going through making a spreadsheet, because that's what I'm doing. It's my first ever 100 miler. This is how I'm doing it. I'm going to make a spreadsheet that shows, theoretically how much fluid I need to be taking, picking up out of each aid station and then drinking before I get to the next one. And how much of that should be tailwind, how much of that should be gels, and, putting that all together for myself, and also as a guide for my crew to fill up my bags when they see me. So I'm going to wear this thing. I'm going to wear my fancy camera on this, which I just tried running in it just now for the first time, which is probably not the greatest idea, but at least I'm going to give it a shot for a couple weeks. I'm going to wear it every time now. I found that it's easy to wear walking up the hills, hiking up the hills, but it's not good for running down them. So I'm just going to carry it running down, I think. And, I can always hand it off to my crew, but I'll start the first 5 hours with it, I think. I mean, it depends how the training goes, I guess, right? I'll keep training with it. For now, I feel fine. I don't know about this bracket thing. Is that going to end up really making a problem for me here? So this is just foam packing. It's just a foam sheet that's from some box, something that I bought, probably from I don't know, some electronics or something that was packing material. But it's really nice, soft stuff. And I wear it because I have been wearing it because I hate how these caps dig into my chest over time, especially when they're empty, I guess. So I just slipped these in here, and now I don't get that problem at all. I've never had that problem since then. So that's why I do that. But what I'm thinking is I'm going to buy another one of these, another few of these, because I noticed that they're really cheap on Amazon. Tomorrow's Prime Day, so I'll check out Prime Day. But I'm going to buy a few of these, and I've got more of this stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a cheap one, and I'm going to glue one of these to the underside of my compression shirt, the cheap ones that I'm going to buy, so that particularly over here, I'll have some kind of a backup for this. I'll train in it once or twice, but I probably won't. Well, it depends on how I feel about it after training, but I feel like this material against my skin forever is going to drive me nuts. And so I'm going to train in it for a while, see how it feels, and at least have it as backup in case like I start going insane and my shoulders and my, particularly this thing starts driving me nuts. I'll have a padded shirt that I can put on. So that's what I'm going to do with that. Also, here's the diabetes gear. So that's the CGM, continuous glucose monitor. So it is reading my glucose levels, and it's beaming it to my phone and to my insulin pump, which is in here. Which this is not where I'm going to keep it in the race, but that's where that is. And then this is my insulin pump next to me here. So there's a couple of major problem is that I think if it's sweaty like this in particular, that these are going to fall off. Maybe not this. This is I've never had a real problem with this falling off before. Although if you put it on and don't go running in it straight away like I did tonight, it'll adhere well over time. This one has been here for a while, so you can see it's got the actual thing here, but it's also got this over patch helping me give it a little bit more insurance. But I recently found this adhesive prep pad that you can wipe on there first. That actually seems to help a lot, but you really need to give it time to cure before you go out and sweat it like crazy. Like this thing is gonna not do so well. So I got to make sure I plan all that stuff properly. So right now I'm deep in the planning phase. So let's just say that the taper's happening, so I'm spending less time running, spending about half the time running as I was, 2 weeks ago. And I'm going to spend that time instead planning. So writing up the spreadsheets and the information, making sure that I've bought all the right amount of stuff that I need, making up shirts like that I can have. Oh yeah, also, by the way, I was going to say, I'm rolling this shirt up to keep it out of the way of this. I find that the shirt, when it's super saturated with sweat, makes this stuff fall off more quickly. So if I wear like a belly shirt, it actually helps. So I don't know. It's not the most fashionable thing ever, but it's going to be all right. And what else was I going to tell you? I'm trying to prep my gut right now. I've been running, drinking all the fluid that I'm going to need to drink. Almost. I'm trying to stay regimented about my fluid and carb intake for all of the training from here out, which is kind of an expensive prospect, but it's also important to do to prepare my gut as best I can. I'm trying to run in the heat of the day as much as I can too. It didn't really succeed at that today, but it was super sweaty, so I got that in at least. And what else am I trying to do? Yeah, just planning and trying to keep my head wrapped around this thing, because with that rhabdo scare the other day, everybody I know is like, it's okay if you have to drop out. It's okay if you have to drop out. And the it's okay if you have to drop out is like super duper unhelpful, because you're going to be in your own, I'm going to be in my own head enough as it is to have people around me being like encouraging me to drop out in essence before I even start is really super unhelpful for my psychology going into this thing, especially with all the other stuff I've got going on in my life right now. And so I'm really annoyed that I told so many people about the rhabdo. Most of the people I know don't know about this channel, so They wouldn't have known about it here if I didn't tell them otherwise. They wouldn't have known about it if I didn't tell them, because they weren't going to see it in this video, because they don't know about these videos. And I am regretting having told anybody, because it means that I am having to deal with these types of comments, which is really not helpful, man. I need positivity. I need, like, you got this, go, go, go. You know, you've done all the training, you're super fit, you're reading up like crazy on this stuff, you're understanding what you need to do, you're taking action to go, you know, set up all the things that need to be set up in advance, and, you know, you're really doing, like, excellent work in preparation for this thing. You've done all that you can do, and, you know, now it's time to get out there and go bang this thing out, and, you know, get in the right frame of mind, and, you know, just get it done, do this. And that's not what I'm getting from the people I know, so I gotta stop doing that. So yeah, that's unfortunate, but there are people who are helpful, but there's way fewer of those than there are unhelpful ones. So anyway, thanks for joining me today, and I will catch you again tomorrow. Bye. What is it gonna be like? What's the weather really gonna be like when we get there? Look, here he comes.